on live to recap 13 Ghosts from 1960. I thought it was a good movie. If you haven't seen a review, I just vividly reviewed it. It's up and out on my channel right now. Like I said, it has Margaret Hamilton from The Wonderful Wizard of Oz in it, who did an incredible job of kind of being that storyteller and talking about the ghost in the house. They did a reading, like a spiritual, like basically where they were talking to ghosts in one scene. I think the cast did great. Cinematography was great. The look of the film was great. Where it was filmed in that house, the mysterious, ominous, whole allure, whole mystery, whole look. Just the whole feeling and atmosphere is the word I was trying to find of the home. Very, very intense and very frightening to say the least. If you haven't seen it, see it. It's pretty good. Not even know how to see it. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. I didn't say rate it in the review because I went past it. I wasn't thinking, to rate it. I was too busy going over the film. So you had Margot Hamilton, other cast of characters that consisted of a couple and the sister and little brother. That's her brother, the little sister, the big sister. And there's a couple. There are a couple that, like I said, he tells the little boy that there's gold in this house because when their people died, they inherit. They inherited the money that's inside the house, like, which I thought was pretty cool. The inheritance movies are always like, it's always interesting to watch a movie where people gain money access through an inheritance, whether it's through mom and grandma, no matter what. Just the whole philosophy behind it and the whole idea behind it is genius. That takes a lot of creativity too. I'm not gonna say it takes severe, 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 oh, unachievable levels, but it takes creativity to like come up with those types of movies. You feel me? A little boy did a great job. The main protagonist did a great job being the male, and that woman, the couple. Then, so we see ghosts on a projector throughout this movie. A ghost of a lion, a ghost, just random ghosts pop up out of nowhere throughout this film, which I thought was interesting to see. It's all basically projected imagery, and it's what's done is back then 3D. There's 3D glasses currently in a modern era, obviously. I used to wear some when I was very young, but I haven't since then. So it was pretty cool to see like 1960. Uh, to be honest, I don't know what would be different. No, the modern ones look kind of like those are made out of like no, how can like yeah, basically like a plasticish type of feel to it. Yeah, and back in the day, it looked like it was more like how could I put this without saying the wrong thing? Back in the day, they sort of had like a harder looking, feeling type of thing to them. From my perspective, from based off of how I looked at it, I thought that was pretty cool too. That they used 3D glasses, and it was shot by directed by William Castle, who, for all the movies I've seen in the '60s or movies of his period, I've enjoyed majority of them. To be honest, William Castle is one of them competent directors who knows how to direct movies. So, of course, when you're watching his films, you'd enjoy it because he's competent, not incompetent. And we didn't have no love in this movie. We didn't have no kissing. We didn't have none of that. Like me and a couple, having a couple in the film, we didn't have none of that. Not that I remember, which I'm glad because it tends to. Y'all know my philosophy. I'm not going to even touch on that. Y'all know what I think. You know, it is what it is. So, like, it don't matter. But yeah, this whole idea of the movie and the whole cinematography and the look and just the ghost in general, the look of the ghost. I also enjoy like the dad, right? The dad who works and they go in to where he's at and then they basically like ask him about the ghost, you know. There's moments of that like I thought were pretty cool. Like get some clarity and, some answers on that, you know, stuff like that basically. So I think it's pretty cool. Because they genuinely want to know about these ghosts, you know. Shit, I would too if my shit was haunted. I would want to know about ghosts as well, to be honest. You wouldn't, you feel me? You gotta look at them all the time, if you gotta watch them all the time, if you gotta see, just, it would get on anybody's nerves, like, be in a house, you don't know that's full of ghosts, you know? But, look, there's some in here, and, it is what it is, you feel me? So, or auntie, so it kind of like it's loving. It's not like any harmfulness to it. Like you know what I mean? It's good spirit, good spirit type shit. So there's really no worry on that. But if it's like a ghost you feel like coming after you and it's got intentions of harming you, then that's a whole different story. But you don't got to worry about that. You feel me? This movie been like I don't really remember anybody else death. Like, and that's because there wasn't anybody else who really died. It was Ben. That's really the only person who died that I remember of. Honestly, I don't remember anybody else who demise death happening, and that's just being honest. I really don't. Hmm. I'm sure, like I think in the intro they've explained, like in the kill count video, like this and this person who died type shit. Basically, so yeah, there was that. I believe that was kind of that introduction and informing on who lost their life in 13 Ghosts, which is cool that they did that in the like beginning intro of the movie. I very much I loved it. Like it was just a classic. Like we had, and what was more interesting, this was a few years before the Wizard of Oz had even been a thought or vision in anyone's eyes or mind or heart. But what I enjoyed the most was she still had that witch element. That witch element didn't like brush off and just go away. She was still Margaret Hamilton and still that witchy type of figure that we had come to know and love from the Wizard of Oz. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. She still had that aura to her when she was reading and explaining the ghost. I still could feel Margaret Hamilton, the Wicked Witch of the West. Every feeling I had from watching The Wizard of Oz when watching her in 13 Ghosts from 1960, I had that same vibe here. Nothing changed at all. It was still in my gut. The Margot Hamilton from The Wizard of Oz. You know why? Because I had not seen anything of hers prior to Wizard of Oz, so to see her pop up in a horror movie like 13 Ghosts, it was kind of surprising because I didn't know she had ties in the horror genre, and you never know who will pop up in a horror film. That's what makes them interesting, you know. That's a good thing about it. That's something I love about them, you know. You never know who will pop up in the genre. That whole, you know, surprise element is always interesting to me. Yeah, I like that. Sure. What else happened? Uh, there were multiple scenes where ghosts were used to summon and were projected on. You know, thought that was pretty dope how they did that. There were even bones of ghost bones in dude's office. Like what I was telling you, like going back to that, like that he had ghosts in his house. You feel me? And the funny thing is, the ghosts were also inherited to the house. Which means the ghost came with the house, and it's even mentioned in the movie that fact that the ghosts were with the house. So, with that being said, I found that to be kind of like, what? How do ghosts? I mean, you never know, bro. It just happens. So, not a question. It's just one of them things where ghosts appear in the house or with the house. So I'm guessing like, no, I'm not even gonna talk about that. No. Yeah, you haven't seen 13 Guests in 1960, highly recommend it. Watch it, critique it, and tell me what you think from a visual standpoint. Cause I'm very visual, like I'm a very visual guy, so you know I like to like visualize what I'm watching. You feel me? I know this has nothing to do with it, what we're talking about, but you guys want me to start doing music reviews again, like let me know. Cause I'll do it. Or just random videos, like like maybe when I'm like not wanting to really do movie reviews, or like when I'm not really doing movie reviews or whatever. Basically, it was honestly a 10 out of 10. The atmosphere, the whole lore, serious, the intensity, the mysteriousness behind it. Man, I really, really, really enjoyed 13 Ghosts a lot. I really did. It always takes one movie to really grab your attention and pull you in, but it has to be really good. Like if it's not worth watching, and you really just find it to be not that interesting, then it turns you off as a viewer. You're not too enthralled with viewing it. But this movie, 13 Ghosts, was just a classic movie. There's a remake to it, but that shit's ass. The reviewer who I like watched told me like it was a bad remake, so it's not worth watching. Though I've seen a lot of remakes, and I have to kind of do that type of shit. So, but still, I'm doing 60s movies right now. I'm not really doing modern movies, and it's from 2006. But still, though, I'm not really trying to do that right now. I'm on a modern movie marathon at the moment. 'Cause I'm enjoying these modern movies. But yeah, y'all, let me know if y'all want other reviews as well. I feel like sometimes I do gotta really switch the shit up to get more viewers. Although I feel like we'll get 300. I know we're hitting that this year. Like I've gotten past that threshold in the past, so I know we'll get past that again. That's nothing easy. Moolah. I'm also trying to really make money too, bro. Like online, those shits be fake. They be scam, and my boy told me like, don't be working. Like the only way you're making money online is if you have a website set up or this and that. Although I made some off YA like a couple of days back, I was making money, big hundreds. But I'm trying to like work for mine eventually. Hopefully, I get a job offer at some point eventually to do some sort of work just to occupy my brain and sometimes get my mind off of certain things my mind shouldn't be on, and just to get out in general to make money in general, just make money period. You feel me? Just to have in my pocket in case I need it type shit, in case it comes in handy for something basically that I might really need or want type shit. But job offers of jobs come within time, so I know like when I get that text or I get that moment of where, hey, come and work, I'll have a job that needed to be done. And like I said, like K-Way said, the shit's never done until it's completed. You feel me? That's my motto. Like, the job ain't done until the job's completed. And that's just facts. That's just real shit. It's simple as that. Nothing more to say to that. Like, I even said that last time when I was working. Because you got to tell yourself that job ain't done until it's completed. You feel me? But yeah, 13 Ghosts, man. I love it. I love the story. I love the cast. I love the cinematography, the chemistry, the lore, the mysteriousness, the whole. Everything about the movie is just timeless. It was one of them. I rarely say, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, this is timeless." You rarely hear me say that about a film, but it was truly one of them timeless, magical, just catch your attention, stop what you're doing at the moment type of movie. That's what 13 Ghosts did for me. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off this live. I love you guys.